Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Gabriel, and I am an Epic analyst at one of the largest research hospitals in the US, and I make videos to help people find their first Epic job. So in this YouTube video, I will be talking about some issues with EHRs or electronic health records, and more specifically, I'll be focusing in showing you the differences between Cerner and Epic, how their user interface looks like. And yeah, thank you guys. Hey guys. Um, with that being said, I wanted to touch into the number one point, which is usability. I pulled up this website called emrsystems.net to be able to show you exactly how Epic looks like to an end user if you are not familiar with it. So this is some pictures that this website has, and as you can see, there is a lot of information, a lot of tabs to click through, like the MAR, flow sheets, intake, notes, education, care plan. And this is what I mean by usability and user experience. There is so much information for a clinician to click through that I feel like most of the times they don't even want to look through every single piece of text in here. This is a big problem in my opinion currently, and I've actually heard about this from when I was teaching at as an Epic trainer at GW. There's this one doctor that I remember talking to me saying that there is an information overload whenever he logs into his Epic account. So this is just one of the issues with usability and user experience. Although on the back end here, you are able to customize, this whole big screen, like when it should appear to a user with some rules. So let's say you log into a certain department and you double click on a patient. So this is like a patient encounter. You double click on a patient and you can kind of in the background you can set rules to say like, okay, show this whole screen to this user that's logged into this account, I'm sorry, to this department, to kind of just tailor it to a specific user type. But at the same time, you still have the issue of so much information in here, and that is something that should be you know talked about and fixed. But at the same time, I get the other side, which is like, you want to show as much information to the doctors, clinicians, in order to make the right judgment for the patient. In this next example, we're going to be looking into Cerner's EHR and how they work things on their end. You still have these other tabs like the rounding, like these are all different screens. These rounding, transfer, discharge, quick orders. As you can see, this person's going to, yeah, go through them. So in this one, here's the quick orders tab. You see how much, you know, under medication, how many different clicks you have to do in order to get to one thing. And in this one, this is a patient dashboard. So I just looked up Cerner screen in YouTube to find this video, since I wanted to, see how Cerner looks like. And this is the patient dashboard, which makes sense to have a lot of information. So I guess the big question here is how much information we should show to the end user all at once, and how much customization we should do regarding that. So as a clinical application analyst working either for Cerner or Epic, you would have the options to edit these screens and edit these tabs and edit the information displaying here. So from what I've seen, most of the times the healthcare organization would want to have everything just shown at once. And in my opinion, I think it's because they want to make it the responsibility of the end user to, for example, if something happens, like an error happens, a medical error happens, right? And the person is in charge of customizing the EHR, would be the healthcare organization. They'll be the ones like paying the people, the clinical application analysts to customize this, right? So if there is a medical error, they will be able to not be. Wait, so this is just an opinion. I think they are able to reduce the liability of them getting sued, because on their end they showed all the information to the provider, and it was up to the provider to look for the specific information he needed for that patient. So that's what I think is going on. Could be wrong, but from what I've heard, providers, don't want to. A lot of providers don't want to see so much information at once. Even clinicians, it's just too much to go through. Too many clicks. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think on comments below on why you think our healthcare system is currently set up like that, where we want to show everything all at once. So with the examples that I showed you of Epic and Cerner, how would you design your perfect EHR where it should work with many departments, it should be customizable, where there shouldn't be excessive clicks, and the interfaces should be intuitive. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that both Epic and Cerner's UI, or user interface, resembles a lot of what a Microsoft computer looks like, or a web browser, which is you have tabs at the top, and where you still have to use a mouse, right? You still have to point and click stuff to open things up. And it stuck with us because of how we currently use our computers, right? They wanted to create a system in which it was easy for a person to just pick up and be like, oh, okay, grab a mouse. Usually I look left to right. And that's how these systems were designed. They're not perfect, right? But I think it's the best that we have so far. And that's the reason why they sold so much. That is Epic and Cerner. They are the top two EHR in the country, and I foresee them continuing to outsell their competitors. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was informative, and leave a comment on what you guys think. And yeah, thank you guys.